Allah is saying that life is full of this. In other words, in a 24-hour day between waking up and going to sleep, there are priorities. There are things we have to get done. Every one of us has a to-do list that we need to get done. And what happens is we get distracted. And that to-do list barely gets touched. We get one or two things done, then the mind gets distracted, we do something else, and the things that you really had to do didn't get done. And that's just one day, but then sometimes you're like, this year I'm gonna learn some Arabic, this year I'm gonna memorize more surahs, or this year I'm gonna do this, and you have these, people are, in the modern world now, people have all these New Year's resolutions, right? We Muslims have Ramadan resolutions or whatever. So we have these resolutions and they're like, I'm just gonna do this. And then next Ramadan comes, it's getting closer and you're like, so sad, man. I've been making this commitment for 10 Ramadans now, and I just haven't gotten around to, this surah or this ayah or this commitment that I made, or reading this book, or learning more about the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, or something. You made this commitment, you keep putting it off. Something else distracts, something else calls your attention. What the problem with that is our inability to balance, our inability to say, okay, this much time allotted for breathing room, but not enough, not so much that it takes away from important tasks. Some things need to get done. They cannot be compromised. They have to be addressed, right? So Allah says, most people, for most of our lives, we look back and we say, I wasted a lot of years, or I wasted a lot of time, or I could have done so much more with my years. I could have done so much more with that time. And then life later on, you get, physically you're less capable. Financially, you're more strained, you're more responsible. There are people depending on you. You don't have the kind of free time you used to have. And now you look back and you're like, I wasted my college years. I wasted my early, pre-married life and all of that stuff. I wasted all that time. And now when you have your children and they're hanging out like you used to hang out, they're like, don't do what I did. Don't waste your time. Actually, you were a bigger waste of time in your years, but that guilt is piled up on you and you're slapping it onto your next generation.